Night 1 of AEW's second annual Fyter Fest event takes place Wednesday, July 1st, and 5 matches have been scheduled for the event. So let's run down the lineup for Night 1 of Fyter Fest. Starting off with the number 5 ranked Private Party, along with Matt Hardy, will be going up against Santana and Ortiz, Proud and Powerful from the Inner Circle. Now, in recent weeks, Matt Hardy has become something of a mentor for the young Private Party team of Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. Hardy will be in their corner for this match against Santana and Ortiz on opening night of Fyter Fest. Now, Private Party are currently ranked number 5 in the official AEW Top 5 rankings. Santana and Ortiz aren't ranked, but a win over Kennedy and Quinn would likely change that. It's a very crowded tag team division, however, and it got even more crowded recently now that FTR has arrived. FTR are also outside the top 5 currently, but that could change very soon. Now, what role Matt Hardy plays in this match should be interesting. He might be around to fend off any interference from the Inner Circle, but with Hardy, it's tough to know what's going on. He could be Broken Matt Hardy. He could be Matt Hardy version 1, or maybe he'll even be the version of Matt Hardy from The New Brood, along with Michael Hayes. Next up, we got Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus from Jurassic Express. They'll be going up against MJF and Wardlow. This match continues the rivalry between MJF and Jungle Boy, which is a feud that could continue for decades given the age of each competitor. We just saw Wardlow defeat Luchasaurus in a lumberjack match on Dynamite, and at Double or Nothing, we saw MJF defeat Jungle Boy. So this match between the Jurassic Express and MJF and Wardlow will be the rubber match between these two sides, and it should be interesting to see who comes away with the victory here. And next up, we have an AEW Women's World Championship match as Hikaru Shida defends against the number 2 ranked Penelope Ford. Shida won the AEW Women's Championship at Double or Nothing. Her first attempted title defense will take place on the first night of Fyter Fest when she takes on Ford. Cheetah is sporting an 11-1 singles record heading into the match. Ford's record is at 4-3, but she has defeated some notable names, including former AEW Women's World Champion Riho. Her victory over Riho actually came on an episode of Dark back in March. Ford getting the title shot here is at least somewhat in part due to injury and travel issues the division has faced recently. Riho, Yuka Sakazaki, and many others are facing travel restrictions, and the number 4 ranked Chris Statlander is now out of action with a torn ACL. Add to that, the number 5 ranked role model Britt Baker is also on the shelf with an injury. At Double or Nothing, Ford actually dropped a match to Chris Statlander in singles competition. Penelope Ford did earn this title match, though. She pinned the champion in tag competition on Dynamite recently when she teamed with Nyla Rose and was able to pick up the pin on Cheetah thanks to some outside interference and a shot to the head with the title belt. Cody Rhodes will also look to defend the TNT title at Fyter Fest when he takes on the Inner Circle's Jake Hager. And the first real test of Cody's TNT Championship reign will come here on the first night of Fyter Fest. This will be the second big title match in a row for Hager, who took on Jon Moxley in an empty arena match for the AEW World Championship in April. Now, Cody won the title last month at Double or Nothing, but has already defended it 3 times. He's defeated Jungle Boy, Mark Quinn, and the newly signed Ricky Starks. The Inner Circle's Jake Hager represents a big step up in competition for him, however. And finally, we will have an AEW Tag Team Championship match at Fyter Fest when Kenny Omega and Hangman Page take on the Best Friends. Omega and Page won the Tag Team Championships back in January aboard the Chris Jericho Rockin' Rager at Sea. A lot has happened in wrestling and the world since then. Page and Omega have successfully defended the titles against SCU, the Lucha Bros, the Young Bucks, Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc, and the Natural Nightmares since winning the titles in January. While Page and Omega have been carrying the belts, the Best Friends have been steadily moving up the rankings. They have won 8 straight tag team matches, an undefeated run that dates back to March when they dropped a bout to the Lucha Bros. Page and Omega have proven to be dominant tag team champions, but it's no secret that they aren't always on the same page. Should dissension within the team boil to the surface at Fyter Fest, Chuck Taylor and Trent could end up the new AEW World Tag Team Champions, and that is your Fyter Fest Night 1 preview from Spoiler Free Wrestling.